Have you ever wondered why some people seem to walk alone in life, yet carry an aura of strength and wisdom? What if the absence of many friends doesn't mean weakness, but instead reveals something profound about who you truly are? And could it be that the very lack of friendships is not a curse, but a hidden key to deeper self-understanding and authentic connections? When questioned about his lack of friends, a Stoic man once compared friendship to a diamond, rare, elusive, and incredibly precious. He explained that true friendships are invaluable, often hidden like rare jewels among a sea of imitations, waiting for the patient eye to recognize their true worth after experiencing betrayal or misjudgment. A few times you may begin to feel that all friendships are illusions, just hollow reflections of something real, shadows that vanish. The closer you reach for them, it's a sobering thought, isn't it? Building on this sentiment, another observer remarked that genuine friends are treasures priceless and irreplaceable. However, how often do we encounter such relationships? In a world that seems so well connected on the surface, despite social media feeds overflowing with friends and followers, why do many still experience deep loneliness? What does it really mean when you find yourself walking through life with only a handful or perhaps none of these true connections does? A lack of friendships point to something deeper within you, or could there be external forces shaping this reality? In today's exploration, we'll dive into the intricate and delicate world of friendships, or the absence of them. We'll examine the modern pressures, expectations, and misunderstandings that often cloud our ability to connect with others on a deeper level. Relationships today are more complex than ever, shaped not only by shifting societal norms and our evolving personal mindsets, but also by the invisible hand of technology that redefines how humans connect and communicate. But here's an important reminder. Your worth isn't defined by the number of friends you have. Life is not a popularity contest. Sometimes it's not about gathering a crowd of acquaintances for the sake of appearances, but rather discovering that one true gem, a person whose presence transforms your life with depth and meaning, someone who truly understands you, stands by you, and enriches your life in ways that numbers never could. As we embark on this journey together, we'll uncover the root causes that make meaningful connections elusive. For some, more importantly, through the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, we'll provide you with practical, time-tested steps to forge relationships that stand the test of time. Just as a master sculptor carefully chips away at rough stone to reveal a stunning masterpiece, you too can shape your social world by nurturing your strengths, understanding your values, and taking intentional steps. You can create authentic connections that bring balance and fulfillment to your life. So stay focused, keep an open mind, and prepare to learn, grow, and connect in meaningful ways. Through the lens of Stoicism, we'll offer you not only wisdom, but also actionable guidance to help you navigate this sometimes overwhelming social landscape. Let's begin this powerful journey together. One, shyness or introversion, a quiet strength. As human beings, we are inherently social creatures. Yet for many, navigating social interactions can feel like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces, shyness, or introversion. It's often viewed as an obstacle on this journey, but Stoic philosophy challenges us to see things differently instead of perceiving these traits as barriers. Imagine them as unique vantage points, perspectives that allow you to experience and understand the world in a profound and meaningful way. In the core of Stoic wisdom lies the principle of turning perceived weaknesses into hidden strengths. The first step is to embrace your nature rather than fight against it. Marcus Aurelius once advised accept the things to which fate binds you. In this context, your introversion isn't a flaw. It is a quiet yet formidable power. Recognizing this truth liberates you from the endless cycle of what-ifs and societal shoulds. When you learn to fully accept who you are, you cultivate a calm inner strength that acts as armor in the ever-busy arena of social interaction. This quiet confidence grounds you, making you resilient and centered. Now, think about a common scenario attending a social gathering. You might feel the familiar tension of shyness creeping in. Here is where Stoicism becomes your guiding light. It teaches you to focus solely on what is within your control. You cannot dictate the thoughts or judgments of others, but you can control your actions, your words, and the kindness you offer. When you speak, do so not to seek approval or impress others, but to express your truth. Shifting your focus from fear of external opinions to authenticity lifts a heavy burden. This change in mindset transforms conversations from intimidating confrontations into opportunities for sincere connection. Equally important is the understanding that friendship is not a trophy to win. It is a living, growing relationship, like a garden that requires time, patience, and nurturing. Detach yourself from the expectation of immediate results. As Seneca wisely noted, life is a journey, and each social interaction is merely one step along your path. By committing to being your authentic self, you create space for relationships that are genuine and aligned with your values. Every person you meet presents an opportunity to learn, grow, and reflect, not a metric by which to measure your social success. The Stoic perspective invites you to view shyness and introversion not as obstacles to be overcome, but as tools to navigate the complexities of human relationships. These traits can be transformed into quiet sources of strength, allowing you to engage with the world on your terms. In this way, you honor your true self, while building connections that are both meaningful and enduring. Two trust issues, building strength through resilience, navigating friendships often feels like walking a tightrope, where trust issues loom large and ever present. You must balance your own values against the unpredictability of others. In Stoic thought, trust is never something casually given. It's something earned, built gradually, like a fortress brick by brick. To cultivate trust, begin by turning inward, understand yourself deeply, what drives you, what scares you, and what you truly value. This clarity serves as your compass, guiding you through the complex wilderness of human relationships. It allows you to know when to open the door to someone and when to gently close it. A tree stands strong because it knows its roots. In the same way, you must root yourself in your values. This foundation becomes your anchor, giving you stability in the shifting tides of human interactions. But Stoicism also reminds us that people like seasons change. Someone who appears trustworthy today may disappoint you tomorrow. This is not a reason to barricade your heart behind walls of suspicion, but rather an invitation to accept the reality that change is the only constant. Emotional balance is crucial. When trust is broken, it's not a catastrophe. It's an opportunity for growth and reflection. Use it to become stronger, wiser, and more discerning. Yet this doesn't mean turning cold or distant. Stoicism is about realism, not cynicism. Perfection doesn't exist in human behavior, and expecting it only leads to disappointment. Instead, strive to be like water, flexible and adaptable, flowing around obstacles, yet always remaining true to your core nature. One of your most powerful tools in cultivating trust is open and honest communication. When doubts arise, don't let them fester in silence. Bring them into the light. Conversations like light in a dark room have a way of clarifying misunderstandings. These moments of vulnerability are not signs of weakness. They are opportunities to strengthen bonds. However, Stoicism emphasizes that communication must be a two-way street. It's not just about expressing your thoughts. It's about truly listening. This rhythm, balancing, speaking, and listening creates a harmonious dance of understanding and empathy. It transforms conversations into opportunities for deeper connections rather than mere exchanges of words. When you approach relationships this way, you build a circle of friends where trust is not an afterthought. But the very foundation, ultimately, Stoicism teaches us that trust, like all things of value, is cultivated through patience, reflection, and resilience. By anchoring yourself in your values, embracing change, and nurturing open communication, you forge friendships that are genuine, enduring, and built on unshakable trust. 3. Lack of social opportunities. Engaging with the world in the labyrinths of modern life, many of us face a subtle truth. The lack of friends isn't always due to a lack of people, but rather a lack of meaningful engagement with the world around us. Our phones buzz constantly with notifications, yet these digital pings rarely satisfy the deeper human need for genuine connection. Stoicism encourages us to recognize that while the world may seem busy and chaotic, opportunities for meaningful relationships are ever present if we choose to engage with them. Picture this: volunteering in your community is not just an act of charity, it's a doorway to meeting people whose values and passions align with yours. Whether you're planting trees, assisting at a food bank, or organizing books in a library, every shared effort creates invisible threads that weave you into the social fabric in Stoic philosophy. These acts of contribution embody the virtue of serving the greater good in this shared purpose. You often discover like-minded companions, individuals who walk a similar path. Now consider the value of shared knowledge and mutual passions. Imagine stepping into a workshop or seminar where everyone speaks the language of your profession or hobby. These events are not just opportunities to expand your skill set or bolster your resume. They are fertile grounds for authentic connection in these environments. Conversations flow naturally because those around you understand the intricacies of your interests. It's as though you've found your tribe, a group where professional development and personal relationships intertwine seamlessly. The outdoors too offers a powerful canvas for building connections. Activities such as hiking, cycling, or joining a yoga group are more than just ways to improve physical health. They are opportunities to forge meaningful relationships in the simplicity of nature's embrace. In these settings, free from the formalities of everyday life, conversations often bloom effortlessly, and as you connect with others, practicing gratitude for both the natural world and the people. Sharing these moments deepens your sense of belonging. Stoicism teaches us that it's not about collecting an abundance of friends, but about appreciating and nurturing those connections that add depth and meaning to your life by seeking opportunities to serve, grow, and share experiences with others. You engage with life in a way that fosters relationships, grounded in sincerity and mutual respect. This approach transforms the pursuit of friendships from a daunting task into a fulfilling journey, one enriched by purposeful action, shared values, and genuine human connection. For lack of social skills, building connections with patience and purpose, friendships do not simply materialize on their own. They require effort, intention, and the right approach in today's fast-paced world. The importance of developing social skills is often overlooked, yet lacking these skills can become a significant barrier to forming meaningful connections. Marcus Aurelius once advised us to love those fate brings into our lives, reminding us to embrace opportunities for connection, no matter how small. Stoic philosophy teaches that growth in any area, social or otherwise, begins with deliberate, manageable steps. Start small. Initiate a conversation with someone at a coffee shop. Join a local club, or participate in an online community centered around your interests. These seemingly minor interactions are the building blocks of confidence in social settings. Much like a plant needs water and sunlight to thrive, social skills require time, patience, and regular nurturing to fully develop. One crucial aspect of enhancing your social skills is learning to listen with intent and empathy. In a world where most people are eager to be heard, being the person who truly listens makes you stand out, ask questions, not to fill conversational gaps, but to genuinely understand the other person's story. Approach each interaction with curiosity and a desire to learn. This shift from worrying about how others perceive you to focusing on understanding them lays the foundation for deeper, more authentic connections. Stoicism also reminds us to approach the ups and downs of social interactions with calm and grace. Not every conversation will lead to a lasting friendship, and that's perfectly okay. Each encounter, whether it flourishes or fades, is still a valuable step forward in your journey of growth. Rejection is not a measure of your worth. It's a natural part of human interaction. With each experience you gain, both resilience and insight into navigating the intricate web of relationships. Remember, Stoic wisdom teaches that the true measure of your social success is not in the number of friends you have, but in the depth and quality of the connections you nurture. By taking small, purposeful actions, listening with empathy, and embracing each interaction with patience and an open mind, you build a social foundation for a life enriched by meaningful relationship. 5. changing circumstances, recognizing, and nurturing lasting connections. At times, the absence of friends in our lives echoes the tale of the boy and the apple tree. This story symbolizes how, as we age, our priorities shift and we often drift away from relationships that once brought us joy and comfort in. Childhood friendships are like those carefree moments with the tree, pure, unburdened, and full of playfulness. But as we grow, much like the boy in the story, our attention shifts toward what we believe to be life's essentials: career, success, financial stability, and material achievements. In our pursuit of these goals, we may unintentionally neglect the friendships that quietly supported and nurtured us, just like the apple tree providing shade. This shift in priorities is neither unnatural nor wrong. It's simply a part of personal growth and evolution. However, the danger lies in overlooking what we already have in our quest for what we think we need. The boy only returned to the tree when he needed something, never recognizing the quiet, steadfast friendship it offered all along. Similarly, in our relentless hustle for success and stability, we may lose sight of the friends who have been our silent supporters. The result, a sense of emptiness, perhaps filled with accomplishments, but devoid of deep, meaningful connections. Stoicism teaches us that rebuilding and nurturing these relationships requires conscious effort and intentional action. Much like tending to a garden, it's not about grand dramatic gestures, but rather about small, consistent acts of kindness, presence, and understanding. Start by taking initiative, reach out to those who matter to you. Initiate conversations, checking on them, and be there, not just in moments of joy, but also in times of difficulty. Understand that true friendships, like trees, grow deep roots over time. They cannot be rushed. Stoic wisdom reminds us that relationships are a two-way street, built on mutual care and effort from both sides. The lesson from the story of the boy in the apple tree is clear. Don't wait until you are in need to remember your friendships. Instead, cherish and nurture them regularly. Make time to show gratitude, offer support, and stay connected by doing so. You honor the enduring bonds that sustain you through both the calm and the storms of life. In this way, you align your priorities with what truly brings fulfillment, genuine human connection. 6. Shifting priorities or growth. Embracing the flow of life in our ever-evolving lives, as we balance careers, education, and personal growth, shifting priorities often serve as silent architects in the rise or decline of friendships. Stoicism, a philosophy as timeless as it is practical, teaches us to accept and embrace the dynamic nature of life rather than resisting change. We are encouraged to flow with it, recognizing that transformation is an essential part of living. Fully picture your life as a river constantly moving, altering its course in response to both gentle currents and turbulent rapids as you navigate the intense demands of career, advancement, or the calm responsibilities of family life. Your availability for social interactions will naturally ebb and flow. This is not a sign of failure. It is simply a reflection of a life filled with purpose and evolution during these periods of transition. Stoicism offers guidance rooted in practicality. When your schedule is overwhelmed with meetings, deadlines, and personal obligations, it can be tempting to maintain a wide network of acquaintances out of habit. However, Stoicism emphasizes quality over quantity. A handful of deep, meaningful relationships is far more fulfilling than a long list of shallow connections. True friendships thrive on genuine presence, not sheer numbers. This approach does not mean cutting people out of your life. Instead, it encourages you to direct your energy toward the relationships that truly matter, those that align with your values and contribute to your well-being. By doing so, you respect both your own time and that of others, fostering connections that are grounded in authenticity and mutual understanding. Adapting to life's changing priorities with stoic wisdom doesn't mean resigning yourself to a shrinking social circle. Rather, it's about accepting the natural flow of relationships. Some friends may gradually drift away while others will remain steadfast. New connections may also emerge, often shaped by the very priorities and pursuits that are transforming your life. Stoicism invites us to embrace this process with both wisdom and courage. Each person you meet, Whether they're in your life for a short season or many years, bring something unique to your journey. They leave behind lessons, memories, and moments that enrich your experiences. Be present and mindful in your interactions, recognizing the value of each connection. Let Stoic principles guide you to build and nurture friendships that not only reflect the person you are today, but also support the person you are striving to become. 7. Mental well-being, the foundation of lasting friendships. Our mental well-being, often overlooked in the chaos of daily life, quietly serves as a cornerstone in building and maintaining meaningful friendships. Stoicism, a philosophy rooted not only in ancient marble, but in modern resilience, offers profound insights into this reality. It does not demand that we suppress our emotions or keep a stiff upper lip, but rather that we cultivate a deep understanding of our inner world. When anxiety clouds our minds or depression casts its shadow, navigating social interactions can feel like wandering through a maze in the dark. The Stoics remind us to light a torch, not with the expectation of banishing all darkness, but to illuminate a path forward, as the comedian George Carlin insightfully noted. Beneath a cynical exterior often lies a disappointed idealist. Similarly, our mental struggles may create walls that keep potential friendships at a distance instead of building bridges for connection. But Stoicism is not about lofty quotes and theoretical wisdom. It is about practical, actionable steps. Let's start with mindfulness. This is not just another buzzword for distraction or daydreaming. It's about being fully present in the moment. In today's world where attention is a scarce and highly valued resource, being genuinely present during a conversation is a rare gift. It shows that you care, and this presence becomes a form of currency in relationships, one that fosters trust and connection. Another powerful tool is meditation. Contrary to popular belief, meditation isn't reserved for monks in far-off retreats. It's accessible to anyone facing the demands of a busy life. Even minutes a day can offer profound benefits, helping you cultivate mental clarity and calm. This inner stability doesn't just benefit you, it also signals to others that you value peace and balance in your life. Achieving tranquility might seem like an unattainable luxury in today's 24/7 world. But Stoicism teaches that true peace isn't about escaping life's chaos, it's about finding calm within it. Tranquility is your anchor, grounding you when life's inevitable storms arise. Friends are not merely companions for sunny days, they are shelters. In times of adversity, by developing inner calm, you become a source of strength and stability, someone others naturally turn to for support. And understanding this journey toward mental well-being involves recognizing and understanding your emotions rather than being controlled by them. Stoicism doesn't advocate emotional suppression. Instead, it emphasizes the importance of mastering your reactions. When you achieve this balance, you become a beacon of composure and reliability in an unpredictable world. People are instinctively drawn to those who exude a sense of calm and wisdom. By cultivating inner peace, you create an inviting space where friendships can take root and flourish. Stoicism reminds us that the pursuit of mental well-being is not just an act of self-care. It is an essential investment in building deeper, more meaningful connections through self-reflection, mindfulness, and emotional resilience. You strengthen both yourself and the relationships that enrich your life. 8. Lifestyle choices. Prioritizing what truly matters in the whirlwind pace of modern life. It's easy to find yourself on a solitary path where friendships quietly slip into the background. Imagine this scenario. You're racing against deadlines, checking off endless tasks, yet at the end of the day, the seat across from you at the dinner table remains empty. It's not merely a matter of being busy. It's a reflection of your priorities. Stoicism invites us to pause and take a hard, honest look at how we spend our time. Are you filling your days with activities that truly matter to you? Are you dedicating your energy to what enriches your life and nurtures your relationships? Or are you caught in a cycle of obligations and distractions? Reflecting on these questions can be transformative. It's about finding the courage to say no to the time stealers that hinder your deeper need for connection and fulfillment. Think of your life like a sculptor working on a masterpiece. Each decision you make is a chisel stroke shaping how you spend your time and energy. The goal is not to cram more into each day, but to sculpt your time with intention and purpose. By doing so, you create space for both your responsibilities and your relationships, crafting a life that reflects what you value most. While you may have fewer hours available for socializing, the quality of those moments can vastly improve. Focus on spending time with people who resonate with your values, those who truly understand and support you in this way. Each interaction becomes more meaningful, fostering deeper, more rewarding connections. It's about seeking depth over breadth in your social world. The Stoics emphasize the importance of balance. This isn't about equally dividing your time on work, rest, hobbies, and friendships. Rather, it's about aligning your time with what brings genuine fulfillment. Visualize your life as a mosaic, with each piece representing a vital aspect of your existence work. Passions, rest, and relationships all hold a place in this larger design. Your task is to arrange these pieces in a way that creates harmony and balance. Achieving this balance requires ongoing reflection and adjustment. Life's demands will shift, and priorities may evolve. But by staying mindful of your choices, you can ensure that your time serves what truly matters. When you get it right, the result is a life not just filled with tasks and accomplishments, but one that is deeply satisfying and beautifully interconnected, much like a carefully crafted masterpiece. 9 differences in interests finding harmony through diversity. Diverse interests are much like musical notes, each distinct yet capable of creating a greater melody when brought together. When interests seem to clash, it's not merely a missed note, it's often a symphony of potential connections waiting to be played. Stoicism reminds us that differences aren't obstacles, but opportunities. Instead of turning away from these differences, it invites us to seek harmony within the discord. Imagine you are passionate about rock music, but your colleague is deeply invested in classical compositions. On the surface, this might seem like a gap too wide to bridge, yet Stoicism nudges us to view such contrasts as pathways to broader understanding. By showing curiosity about their passion, you create a bridge rather than a divide. The Stoic perspective urges us to step beyond the confines of our own interests, as focusing solely on what's familiar can shrink both our worldview and our circle of friends. The saying variety is the spice of life echoes Stoic wisdom. Stoicism encourages us to be curious about the people around us, knowing that every person carries a universe of experiences, ideas, and aspirations. It's not about forcing yourself to adopt their hobbies, but about appreciating the passion that drives them. Suppose you're a die-hard gamer and your neighbor is enthusiastic about gardening. Rather than politely nodding and moving on, ask questions. What's their favorite plant? Why do they love it? In showing genuine interest, you're not pretending to enjoy gardening. You're validating their passion, which in turn opens them to seeing and valuing yours. This mutual curiosity becomes a powerful glue that bonds people across differences. Beneath hobbies and interests, there are shared threads, excitement, dedication, and joy that connect us all. Stoicism teaches us to look beyond surface-level differences and instead focus on the deeper values and emotions that unite us. Picture a world where friendships aren't formed solely on the basis of common interests, but on the mutual appreciation of each other's uniqueness in this world. A sports enthusiast and a bookworm can find common ground in their perseverance and love for growth. Stoicism guides us to lead with openness, both in heart and mind, allowing connections to form that are based not just on what we do, but on who we are and what we aspire to become together. Ultimately, it is through embracing and learning from our differences that we enrich our lives and deepen our relationships. Stoicism calls us to approach each new encounter with a mindset of curiosity and respect, creating a harmonious and diverse social world that supports both growth and understanding. If you found value in today's discussion, we invite you to leave a thumbs up. This small act helps us reach more people who are searching for timeless wisdom. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a lesson on Asian philosophy and personal growth. We'd love to hear from you. How do you navigate the complexities of friendship? Are you an introvert who finds peace in quiet, meaningful connections? Or an extrovert who thrives on the energy of diverse company? Maybe you're an ambivert who experiences both worlds. Whatever your perspective, your experiences are an invaluable part of this growing community of learners. Not sure what to comment? Simply share whether you identify as an introvert, extrovert, or ambivert. Every insight adds to the rich tapestry of conversations we foster here. Thank you sincerely for spending your time with us. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, choose one from the screen to continue immersing yourself in Stoic wisdom. Remember, friendships are built through understanding, patience, and presence. Stay stoic and keep nurturing those meaningful connections. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe. Your journey of growth begins here.